my name is Joe Jackson. I'm a journalist, author, interviewer and broadcaster who has interviewed roughly 1,400 celebrities. How do I know there are roughly 1,400 celebrity tapes? Because I recently digitized them all myself. Talk about ego and narcissism overload. Listening to that lot. What follows is a clip from an ebook I published called Brendan O Carroll, Searching and Uncensored. And in advance, I will say, sorry about the sound, but the interview you're about to hear was recorded in a hotel lobby in Dublin. The ebook is available from Amazon, and if you want to check out some of my articles, check out joejacksoninterviewer.com.
To me, if it pops into your head, say it.
But what about that? I mean, I'll throw that into the article because I thought it was very funny. But there are going to be those who say that you're a dirty scumbag. And not just the middle class who you'd expect to be offended by that, but a lot of our own who would say...
Well, funny enough, the further you get away from the working class, the less of that you get.
Which? The less
of that dirty, filthy scumbag.
All right.
You get more of that from working class areas.
Do you?
Yeah.
Who really think you've gone over the line by saying something
people
like
who were people who were in situations where socially they're at a disadvantage. And they've been placed socially at a disadvantage. Right. I mean, it's quite deliberate where they are and what they're all doing.
Yeah, geographically.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Take a high moral ground because it's all they have.
Yes. It's the only ground they have to stand on.
It's all they fucking have.
Yeah.
And I can understand that. But my feeling on it is this. Somebody looks at me and says, that's a dirty little bastard. And somebody stands beside him looking and goes, he's a terribly funny guy. I think they're both right.
Right.
Because they're entitled to their own perspective. I can't make a perspective for them.
Yeah.
And I have to. The show is not for everybody. Of course it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
But as well as that, I mean, if I want to be scientific about it, is there any show for everybody?
Yeah.
I had a guy ring up a talk show one night. I was guesting on. And he said, I saw your show tonight, in which you did a story about Cecil and Marcus, two homosexuals.
Right.
I said, yeah. He said, I found it a bit offensive.
He was gay?
Yeah. I said, I'm sorry about that. And the first thing I said, I'm sorry. Are you gay? He said, yes, I am. I said, why we're talking about it now? Because honestly, I don't be asking questions. I asked him to get the answers. What did you find offensive? Well, he said that you, the stereotyping of gays as camp, you know? I said, well, look, I'm not going to excuse it. Yeah, that's exactly it. I like to go in the pet shop. I said, I'm not going to excuse it because I can't in your eyes excuse it. But let me try and explain it.
Right.
If I say this gay guy walked into a bar and said, do you boys just lyrics? It's the same as me saying a Russian guy walked into a place and went, here, Sam, when you're ready. I have a responsibility, I feel I have a responsibility, as well as telling a story, to be painting a picture in somebody's mind. To create that picture, I have to use stereotypes.
Right, yeah.
That doesn't make it right or wrong.
Sure, yeah.
But that's what I do. I said, just for curiosity, do you know any gay jokes that wouldn't offend people?
Sure, yeah.
He said, well, yes, I do. Well, I said, I'm all ears. He said, a woman's going down the lane and two gays, this old woman's trotting down the lane, two gays mugged her, one held her down, the other one did her hair. And I wrote laughing. I said, that's very funny. But you're now going to have the Association for the Elderly on saying there's nothing fucking funny about holding an old woman down. You're also going to have the hairdressers on saying not all hairdressers are gay.
Yes.
And you have the gays on saying not all gays are hairdressers.
You're going to have feminists on saying you're perpetuating violence to women.
That's right. And he said, oh yeah. So I said, the point I'm making is this.
Yeah.
If you come to my show saying, I'm going to watch and see that this guy slag China people, it'll happen.
Is there any aspect, you know, that kind of when you joke about the, do you get any kind of serious, again, people coming back to you about jokes and mothers and children and incest and all that? Do you ever feel there's some subjects I don't want to push that one? And you back
some things I
down?
wought touch.
You know what I mean?
Well, incest I wouldn't touch.
Yeah.
I mean, the joke
about killing your mother head is only a toss-away line.
Absolutely toss away. And it is, I even might, sometimes when I'm down the country, I might say, there's a lot of young girls in the audience, I might say, and this is Dave. I said, hold on. Because somebody has to say this. Dave hasn't had a ride for 9 months from somebody who's not related to him, you know, and that gets a laugh. And he gets fucking, they love to feel sorry for him, you know, and he's Yeah, it's a sympathy thing. No, I don't find incest. I don't find paedophiles funny. I don't find Northern Ireland funny. I don't do Northern Ireland jokes. I don't do racist jokes. Insofar as I don't do anti-black jokes. I suppose in a way you could call the Chinese jokes racist jokes, but I just call them. I like to think I'm balancing it. That I'm also taking the piss out of, like with the fucker off your cunt.
Yeah, well,
That I'm also taking the piss out of the guy who's coming in.
Well, you see, that to me is another element of your humour, that people, you're slagging everybody.
Yeah, I like to keep it balanced.
I want to stay alive.
But I have done things that I've fucking made some faux pas, you know?
Yeah, like?
In the early days.
Faux pas. Jesus, that's far from where we were raised. What's a faux pas? That's something.
I used to say it all the time. But apparently, I don't know what it means, but you get a kick in the fucking ear for it.
Up in Killarney,
I think it's German for fuck up.
Fucked up, I fucking hate you. That's the same phrase. Okay, so what were your fuck-ups?
I had a couple of fucking...
So what happened? Tell us a few times before you felt you...
Yeah, doing the barrage about 3 years ago, and I was doing it. So fucking... I was out and I just wanted to grab it.
Okay. Yeah.
Fuck it back in. I was doing some story. I can't remember the story I was doing, but in a throwaway line I said, like 3 Germans up in the park. And the fuckers had been killed. The guy had been killed in the park, you know?
Yeah, out there.
And I just realised as it was coming out,
Tourists.
what the fuck are you saying?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But lesson learned, and lesson learned was concentration. It's nice to be able to go up there and go, I don't give a fuck, I'll just throw them away. But it takes a lot of focus as well.
I'd say so.
It has to be a line to go down, and you know.
Wait, do you get sponsored by Coke?
No, I don't, but it's the only thing I drink.
I think you should try. You know?
There might have been a problem with product association.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. When they fucked away Michael Jackson, didn't they?
And all he did was fuck his mate.
That's right, yeah. As we all do.
At one time or other.
There they go. 2 dirty Dublin working class scumbags, or funny guys. Thanks for listening to this edition of the Joe Jackson Interviews podcast, and don't forget the ebook, Brendan O Carroll's Soul Searching and Uncensored, is available from Amazon.